Hello everyone, welcome to Bio with Shruti. This is me, Shruti Pillai. Welcome to another session of biology for competitive exams. In this session, we will be covering Lucent biology. So we are going to take the topic large intestine from system of the human body. I've already introduced system of the human body. We've covered topics like digestion in the mouth, stomach, intestine. All the important points with respect to competitive exams from Lucent has been covered by me. You'll find the link in the description below. Next digestive juice, that is pancreatic juice. From the mouth it enters into the stomach. From the stomach it enters into the small intestine. Small intestine is divided into three parts: duodenum, jejunum, ileum. When it enters into the first part, that is duodenum, the pancreas release pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice has three type of enzymes. TAL, we say TL, TAL. Trypsin, amylase, lipase. I have covered this already. TAL, trypsin, amylase, lipase. See, remember guys, always remember, trypsin, pepsin, renin, all these are associated with proteins. Okay, whenever you see trypsin, pepsin, renin associated with proteins, amylase associated with starch. Okay, we'll come to lipase also. So what does trypsin do? Trypsin converts complex protein into polypeptides. Poly means many, peptides means its simpler form. Peptide, peptone, every pepsin, all are proteins, related to proteins. Amylase, we already said, converts starch into sugar. Lipase is an enzyme which converts complex fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, lipids, you must have heard this term, phospholipids, means phosphate and lipid. Whenever you have liposuction, you must have heard about the term liposuction. So lipo, lipase, lipids, all these are associated with fats. Okay, so this way you can remember the term. It will help you to solve MCQs. Now the last juice, that is intestinal juices. So it enters, the food enters the mouth, from the mouth to the stomach, from the stomach to the intestine, that is small intestine, duodenum, jejunum, ileum. Okay, then it goes into the large intestine. Guys, always remember that the process of digestion starts in the mouth, it completes in the jejunum of small intestine. The process of digestion starts in the mouth, then it goes into the stomach, then it goes into the small intestine. In small intestine there is duodenum, jejunum, ileum. Okay, so it enters into the duodenum. Again digestion is taking place. This process of digestion completes in jejunum, that is second part of small intestine. In jejunum the process of digestion completes and the process of absorption takes place. That is the third process of digestion. In jejunum only the digestion completes, the process of absorption takes place. Then in ileum the process of absorption also completes and assimilation or utilization of the food takes place. I hope you are able to understand. If you are not able to relate it, guys, again please watch that session. You will understand this. Okay, all this is revision. Okay, so in ileum the process of assimilation, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation. So digestion takes place in the mouth, stomach, duodenum and jejunum. Okay, that is digestion. Ingestion, digestion. Ingestion takes place in the mouth, digestion takes place in the mouth, stomach, then duodenum and jejunum part of small intestine. In jejunum only the process of absorption starts, correct? And in ileum the process of absorption completes and the process of assimilation takes place, and the assimilation, that is utilization. Finally what is remaining is defecation, which takes place in the large intestine. Guys, in jejunum, that is second part of small intestine, where process of absorption is taking place, digestion is completed and process of absorption taking place, they release intestinal juices which contain 5 type of enzymes: erepsin, maltase, lactase. There are 2 more, sucrase and lipase. Okay, let's revise: erepsin, maltase, lactase, sucrase and lipase. There are 5 type of enzymes. Now, what is the function of erepsin? I already told you, erepsin, pepsin, renin, trypsin, all are associated with protein. So, conversion of complex protein into amino acids. Then, maltase converts maltose sugar into glucose. Simple form, maltase. Guys, I already said this. Whenever it ends with ase, maltase, lactase, all these are enzymes. Okay, so maltase converts maltose into glucose, much simpler form. So you can see initially, during the initial process, that is at the beginning. See here, that is at the mouth, starch was converted into maltose. Okay, and as the process of digestion proceeds from the mouth to the stomach to the intestine, it is getting converted into much simpler form. So here, by the time it reaches the jejunum, that is when the absorption is taking place, the maltose is further converted into much simpler form, that is glucose. Then we have enzyme lactase, which is converted into lactase, which converts lactose into glucose and fructose. Okay, lactase, which converts lactose into glucose and fructose. How can you can remember this? Maltase converts maltose, lactase converts lactose. Okay, whenever there is ase, there is enzyme, and whenever there is ose, ribose, maltose, all these are sugar. Okay, then there are two other enzymes, that is sucrase and lipase. Sucrase helps in the conversion of sucrose into glucose and galactose. Sucrase is an enzyme which helps to convert sucrose into glucose and galactose. Okay, that is much simpler form, more and more simpler form. Then we have lipase. I told you, whenever there is lipase, lipids, lipo, anything related to this thing. Okay, so it is associated with fats. So what does lipase do? It converts fats into simple fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, I hope you got this, guys. See, we have already covered this in the previous session. This was like a flowchart system. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this. So okay, so that this will help you to remember. And I keep on posting important things on my Facebook page also, so you can follow me there also. Okay, fine. Here, carbohydrates are broken down into simple sugar with the help of enzymes. Proteins are broken down into amino acids or polypeptides, you can say, with the help of enzymes like pepsin, trypsin, renin, right? Then fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerol with the help of lipase. Okay, so how can we remember this? You can write this entire table on a chart paper. You can stick on a wall or anywhere where you can see this regularly and read this regularly. When you'll read it every day, when you'll read it, you'll remember this. Okay, because this is technical and you have to learn these things. And for more clarity, do watch that previous session. Do comment and let me know if you have any confusion regarding the topic or any query. I'll be happy to explain. And do subscribe, it was helpful. Do comment and let me know.